Okay, so today we left from Johnson Crossing in the Yukon. We'd just gotten into the Yukon, and then we drove to Beaver Creek, which we were right on the edge of the Yukon, about to cross into Alaska.
Yep, about 351 miles.
Okay, today we pick up our trip again here in the Yukon, and we begin at Johnson's Crossing. We're following the Alaskan Highway, and so our first stop was at Whitehorse, which is where we ate breakfast. And then we continued past that into Haines Junction. Haines Junction will be our turn where we go south on our return trip to go towards the ferry. So we're going to be doubling back on some of this. And then we headed northwest from Haines Junction and headed towards the Alaska border. That's what this line is right here, is Alaska border. And we stopped just short of the Alaska border, and we are spending the night in Beaver Creek, still in the Yukon. Yeah, I mean, not quite as far as yesterday, but it really was a good little haul. What highlights?
First thing that came to mind were those snow-capped mountains that we saw. It was about halfway through the day. Was it before or after lunch? I think it was on the way to lunch. Like, it was in the direction, and then we could still see them afterwards. But we just rounded this bend, and in front of us was a mountain range. I think you called it a glacier. All we could see was just snow. In August on the top of these mountains, and it was a lot of it. It was multiple mountains in this range, but everything just covered in snow. And it was just beautiful.
Well, one peak was on like solid ice.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. What are we at today? Is it August the 3rd? August 3rd or August 4th, and the mountains are still covered with snow. That is amazing. August 4th. While it's been 109 degrees in Oklahoma, and Montana, we got snow on the mountains up here. Wow. And then we also passed a sign at that same spot that had helicopter tours going to the glacier.
Yeah, that was immediately after lunch.
Yeah. So, and we saw some helicopters flying over. So I guess people are flying up there, getting dropped off on the glacier, walking around. It's crazy because we were finishing today in a little bit of heat, like almost 80 degrees, I guess.
It was like 77 or 78.
Yeah. But we started this morning cold. We woke up this morning and we had to drive about 80 miles to Whitehorse for our breakfast. And
it was 46 when we were driving.
I think the cushy gloves are going to be automatic every morning from here on out. I mean, if it keeps on we keep on waking up in the 40s. We saw a couple of lakes.
Lots of wildlife. Two more bears. I don't think we saw a deer at some point. Wild horses.
Yeah, so we saw our first wild horses. We've been seeing signs for a couple of days that there's wild horses out here, and we finally spotted some. Is that our wild horses sign again? I think they should make a big yellow sign that just has all the animals on it and just stick it on the side of the road. They got a beaver dam down there and the whole hut. It's got the dome area sticking up out of the water. Hey, a bear, a bear, a bear. Oh, wow. Thank you. And we know that it gets pretty brutal here because I talked to a lady at lunch and I told her, I said something like, travel safe. And she said, no, I live here. And I said, really? I said, how cold does it get in the winter? And she said, oh, 40 or 50. And I said, you're meaning like negative 40 or negative 50? And she said, oh, yeah. And I mean, I just can't imagine. So it's very pleasant now and very beautiful now.
Would not want to come back in a couple months.
You've fallen in love with this view yet? No, in the winter it's going to get rough.
That'd be unfortunate.
All right, what else stood out to you?
The bears, the mountain, the gravel.
Yeah.
I just cleaned my helmet. Hope this truck doesn't sling any of this mud. I guess they carve it pretty deep, try to get to some solid ground and then lay rock into it. Roll it up tight.
So lots of road patches where they would come, pour tar, pour fresh gravel on top of it. And so it's not exactly off-road because it's pretty hard packed, but there are some off-road moments before they pour the tar in the gravel. So we had a little bit sketchy roads to drive on.
Not really. I mean, do you want this part where I'm at? I mean, it's packed in here a little bit. Look, like we're right there where I was at. I don't mind taking the low side. You take that. I'm pretty trusting on these tires. This bike doesn't want to go anywhere. It's happy. See that black on the other side where they're pouring out that tar? I'd like to have this at my office. It's cheaper than asphalt and it holds up pretty well, just tar and gravel. Well, right now it's just gravel. I just need to get a tar truck, and I don't know anybody has a tar truck. That's it. That's all I do. Looks like 1 inch of gravel.
We ate some dust today.
Yeah, just a little bit. More so at the end than the beginning of the day, but it was kind of a taste of what we're going to find in Alaska when we leave Fairbanks, heading north.
It's a trade-off. They have some water trucks in some sections that'll dump water on the road, but if you show up right after the water truck, then it's sloppy and slinging mud all over your bike and getting mud and spray on your helmets.
There's just some water. That's ridiculous. I don't want to drive in that. I don't want mud on my saddlebags. Yeah, cover them up. We'll be making a plaster of Paris or ceramic bag.
And then the other thing that stood out to me is, once again, it's one of those ideas of like, how can you just keep talking about stunning scenery? But again, we turned like into a valley where we had mountains on both sides, and it just continued straight ahead, and it looks like just a corridor of just beautiful mountains on both sides of you, and you're like, man, this scenery just doesn't stop.
I've been watching it.
We went 300, how many miles?
350.
350 miles, and you know, we've had days when the scenery was boring, and then days when it was half boring, half beautiful, whatever. I mean, but today, 350 miles, just stunning scenery.
Mm-hmm. Last stretch was more trees, but only for like the last 50 miles.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Think that's it?
think that's it.
Winter driving skills track. That would be fun. I wonder if they're traveling with them. That's RV pulled over early. Hey, that's your truck. That's the one that came flying past us. He got busted.
That looks like a dam. Sort of. Can't tell what it is. I don't either. And I don't see water stopped up behind it.
This is good. I saw the other one. Yeah, well, I saw another one backed up with cars, but this one is okay. 180 miles to Beaver Creek. There is fuel in 62 miles if we want it, because 180 miles is a little far to push. That'd be about an hour to gas and then about 2 hours to the hotel. No, well, I'm trying not to get it slung all over me and all over my face mask. We get up on the tail end of that car and he's going to be slinging spray. I think they just put water on it. Our bikes are going to look like we've been in the wilderness. Pictorial Station, Talbot Arm Motel, stickers all over the place, and the nephew Noah. Permafrost affected area. Rough sections, what did it say, the next like 20 kilometers? If you get uncomfortable with the speed, you gotta tell me. I don't know what I'm at. I'm in 6th gear, but I've just barely given it gas. It's just low torque. Yeah. It's saying 50. I'm at 50 in 6th gear. Just doesn't give it much horsepower. No, hold on. Wait just a second. Keep going? Okay, thank you. There's still some bad potholes out here every now and then. If we hit one hard enough, we'd flatten the tire. Going around. Clear. You're clear. You can tell that river at times is a very mighty force. Man, look how, yeah, erosion. I can't see. Why do I feel like I'm on a pile of gravel? Crap. I'm going past this guy. If nothing else, I quit eating this dust that way. If I come far enough over and you stay on one side and I stay on the other, I'll probably keep the dust from getting too bad on you. I don't know how it's blowing back there. And this is our home for the night, if the thing's still recording, at Fast Gas Plus 1202. I guess is that mile marker 1202? That's how they got their name, probably.